Hi, my dear students, good morning. I'm very sorry for being a little bit late for starting the class because of some technical problems. Today we are discussing something included in your psychology syllabus. Some concepts which I have mentioned in your class 2 or 3 times when I was discussing something else in your classroom. Sensation and perception. And these two terms may be something unfamiliar for you, the terms, but the process is very familiar with all of us because each and every moment we are subjected to these two processes. What is sensation? Sensation is the process of the contacting between one of our sense organs and any object, maybe a person, maybe a place, maybe an event. So, sensation occurs when one of our sense organs contacts with some object. For example, when our eyes contact with a person is a sort of sensation. When some food is touched by our tongue is another sort of sensation. So this is known as sensation, something which we always feel, we always are subjected to in our personal life, daily life, day-to-day life, each and every moment. And then what is perception? Perception is a process which occurs as a result of sensation. When our sense organs contact with some objects, then our brain interprets the feeling. A message is sent to our brain, and our brain interprets the feeling which we get when our sense organs contact with some object. For example, when we eat an ice cream, when the ice cream touches with our tongue, then our brain interprets it as, oh, it's so tasty. This is perception. So perception is the process of interpreting the feeling which we have when our sense organs contact with some objects. And without perception, sensation is meaningless. Sensation is useless. Sensation has got no significance. It's insignificant. Now I may speak about something called errors in perception. Sometimes in our life, when we are indulging in sensation, some wrong perceptions occur. It may be because of some damages in our sense organs. So if there are some damages in our sense organs, then we may not be able to perceive things in its right sense. And sometimes it may be because of damages in our brain, because it's the duty of the brain to interpret what we are sensing by making use of our sense organs. So if there is some damage in our brain, then there may be some error in perception. Then some other factors behind errors in perception are prejudices in our mind, then time of perception. At some particular circumstances, we may not be able to perceive things in its real sense. Then sometimes errors occur if there is some unfavorable background, some noise or something else, so which are not favorable to us. And similarly, sometimes errors occur when there is lack of clarity of stimulus, because there should be stimulus for perception. And sometimes errors in perception occurs when there is confusion in our mind or some conflict in our mind. So at times we have to face some errors in perception because of such factors. So we have seen that there are different types of errors which may occur in our perception, and it may be because of different factors as we told. And here now we can just look at some different types of errors in perception. And we always see two types of errors in perception, and they are called illusion and hallucination. These are two types of errors in perception: illusion and hallucination. Let's look what these two types of errors in perception are. Illusion is an error in perception in which a person is perceiving a stimulus in a wrong manner. And you have to note that there is stimulus. Stimulus is there, but the stimulus is perceived or interpreted or defined in a mistaken manner. For example, when we listen to some voice, actually voice is there, and the voice is from a stranger, but still we perceive the voice as the voice of our father. So it's an illusion, because stimulus is there, voice is there, but we are mistaking the stimulus. So illusion is a wrong perception or an error in perception in which we are accepting some stimulus in a mistaken manner. And hallucination is another type of error in perception in which a person accepts or perceives or interprets some stimulus even when there is nothing. Even when there is no stimulus, the person is feeling that there is some stimulus. For example, a person feels that there is some terrific sound, some horrible sound, even when there is no sound. and this is hallucination. Nothing is there, but the person feels that something is there. And both of these feelings are errors in perception, and the second one is more dangerous than the first one. The first one may occur because of some silly fear or because of some circumstances. For example, a girl is waiting for her father, and it is night time, and she is a little bit afraid. Then if she listen to a voice of a stranger, still she will be feeling that is her father. It's not more dangerous, it's something related to that circumstance. But hallucination is something more psychotic. It may be because of some deep psychological problem. A person will feel that there is some horrible sound at each and every moment. It may be because of some a cruel atmosphere, or some torturing, or some harassment he or she was to face in the past, and the incident might have stored in the unconscious mind. So these are two types of errors in perception: illusion and hallucination. Illusion is not more dangerous because it's because of some circumstances. A person accepts some stimulus in a wrong manner, but hallucination is some psychotic problem. It's more dangerous, it's more serious, because a person accepts something even when there is nothing. Now I may speak here about different types of illusions. There are different types of illusions which are categorized on the basis of the use of different sense organs. There is a type of illusion called physical illusion, and this type of illusion also called as optical illusion or visual illusion. It is related to our sense organ called sight. And physical or optical or visual illusion is a wrong perception of a stimulus when our sight happens to contact with it. For example, when we see a rope, and if we feel that it's a snake, then it's a sort of physical illusion or visual illusion or optical illusion. Here the stimulus is there, the object is there. Rope is there, but rope is mistaken as a snake. And when we walk or move in the night, and when we see a tree, sometimes we may perceive it as a man, and this is an optical illusion or physical illusion or visual illusion. Now let's discuss different types of hallucination. Now we have so far discussed different types of illusions, and similarly different types of hallucination are there related to different sense organs. And here actually stimulus will not be there, but still we are accepting or we are feeling something by making use of our sense organs. No stimulus is there, but still we are perceiving something. And the first thing is physical optical or visual hallucination. We perceive some object even when nothing is there. For example, when we walk outside the campus, even if there is no person, we feel that someone is hiding there. So it's hallucination. It may be because of some psychotic problems. If we had some bad experience from a person, then each and every moment we will feel the presence of the person everywhere, especially when we are becoming alone. It will be there. It's a sort of dangerous thing. It should be treated by consulting some psychiatrist or some great psychologist, because the matter has been stored in our unconscious mind. It will destroy our routines. We will not be able to do any daily activities because we are afraid. We are afraid that the person will at any time catch us. The person will at any time beat us. The person will at any time kill us. So this is physical hallucination, or this is optical or visual hallucination, perceiving something even when we do not see anything. And this is visual or optical or physical hallucination. And the second type of illusion is called auditory illusion. Now I feel that all of you might have understood or realized what it means from the term itself, because it's called auditory illusion. It's an illusion which is related to the sense organ which we are making use of for hearing some sounds. So I have given some examples when I was talking about difference between illusion and hallucination. A girl is waiting for her father and she is a little bit afraid. She has got some fear in her mind. And whenever she hears some voices from some strangers, she feels that it's the voice of her father. This is a mistaken perception. Actually, voice is there, but it is mistaken as something else, some voice of other person. It may be because of a little bit fear in the mind, and similarly it may be related to some unconscious problems, some psychotic problems, because if a person has got some bad experience from any other person, then whenever he or she hears some voice of some people, then they will be mistaken it as the voice of the person who has harassed him or her, tortured him or her. Again, a mistaken perception, illusion. Voice is there, but perceived as something else. Maybe because of some fear, maybe because of some anxiety, maybe because of some bad experience which has already been stored in the unconscious mind. Though it's not as much dangerous as some auditory hallucination, sometimes it may create problems for some people. So this is auditory illusion. And second type of hallucination is nothing else but auditory hallucination. Here a person does not hear any sound, but he or she feels that there is some horrible sound. So this is auditory hallucination. It may be due to different reasons. If a person falls love in with a person, then even when he or she is sitting alone in an empty room, he or she will be listening to the voice of the beloved one. Again, hallucination. So I said that it may be positive or negative, and most of the time it is negative hallucination. Or this is auditory hallucination. Even when there is no sort of sound, not even a single clip of sound, voice clip, people feel that there is some sound. It may be frightening sound, or it may be some desirable sound. What is hallucination? But most of the time we take it as something dangerous when it becomes negative. Is dangerous just like physical hallucination. Such people will always feel some terrific sound is there each and every moment, so they will not be able to concentrate on anything. If it's a student, then he or she cannot concentrate on his or her studies, because even when they are sitting inside the classroom, they will be they will be hearing some terrific sounds. So hallucination, so sort of hallucination. Another type of illusion is olfactory illusion. The technical term may create some complication and fear in your mind, but don't worry. Is some mistaken perceptions related to our smell. When we use our nostrils and we smell something, and if we smell it in a different manner, or if we feel that it's a bad smell even when it's some good smell, is called as olfactory illusion. So when we smell when we travel and we happen to cross some river, and which has got not a bad smell, but it has got a very good smell, a very sweet smell, but still we feel that we feel some smell which we often feel at factories. It's olfactory illusion. And this also may be because of different factors. For example, if you have got an experience of crossing a river which is near to a factory, then we will get some bad smell. And then after a number of days, if we cross another river which has got no bad smell, then still we will be having some bad smell, and it is a sort of mistaken perception, and it is known as olfactory illusion. It may be because of some silly problems, so it may be because of some psychotic problems. So this is known as olfactory illusion. And a third type of hallucination is olfactory hallucination. Even when there is no smell, people feel that there is some smell. So it's olfactory hallucination. Again, it may be because of some psychological problems. For example, if a person's father dies, then if the father was so dear to the person, so closer to the person, after the demise of, or after the departure of his father, he will always feel that there is some sort of smell of death. He will tell that I smell death, I smell death, I smell death. So this is olfactory hallucination. It may be happening there. Some people feel that there will be some people feel that some bad smell is there even when there is no smell, even when there is nothing. Each and every time they tell that I feel some bad smell, I feel some bad smell. So maybe because of some psychological problems, and this is known as olfactory hallucination. And another type of illusion is gustatory illusion. It's also known as taste illusion. Gustatory is a word which is derived from a Latin word gustus. Gustus means taste. So it's an illusion which is related to our taste. When we taste something, our brain interprets it in a different manner, in a mistaken manner, then it is called gustatory illusion. So gustatory illusion is a mistaken perception occurs in our taste related sense organ when we taste something. And it may be because of some silly matters or some psychological problems. For example, even when we taste some ice cream, sometimes we may feel some sort of bitter taste. Even if when we are eating something sweet, but still we feel that it's sauce. So this is gustatory illusion. So another type of hallucination is gustatory hallucination. It's also known as taste hallucination. Even when we are not tasting anything, we feel some taste. Even when we are not eating or drinking anything, we feel that some bitter taste is there. Some people always feel that some bitter taste is there. They will feel that they are going to vomit. And maybe because of some psychological problems. Again, without tasting anything, we are feeling some taste and we show some vomiting tendency. When we reach some places from which we had some bad experience, we naturally feel some bad taste and show some vomiting tendency because of the bad experience in our unconscious mind. Again, something dangerous. If such a thing is there, then we cannot concentrate on anything. We will always feel that we are sick, we are going to vomit, we are having some bad taste. And when there is some bad taste on our tongue, we will not be able to do anything. We will be hesitating to do our daily activities. We will feel that we are tired. We will feel that we are not normal. So this is gustatory hallucination. And still there are different types of illusions, and Another interesting illusion is related to our touch, and this illusion is titled under two terms: tactile illusion and cutaneous illusion. And this is an illusion related to, or a mistaken perception related to our touch, and it may be active or passive. Active tactile illusion occurs when we move our finger and hand on some surfaces, and passive tactile illusion or cutaneous illusion occurs when something happens to touch our skin, or something comes to our skin, and it's also an illusion. For example, even when we touch something soft, if we feel there is something rough, then it's an illusion. Even when we touch some water, if we feel there is something burning, some fire, then it's tactile illusion. And even when we wear our dress, and our dress touches our body, and if we feel that itching is there, some sort of itching is there, then it's tactile illusion or cutaneous illusion. When a paper touches our skin, and if we feel that some snake is crawling on our body, or some other animal, some other insects crawling on our body, then it's tactile illusion or cutaneous illusion. So stimulus is there. We happen to touch something, or something happens to touch our body, our skin, and we feel something else in our skin or body parts, then it's called cutaneous or tactile illusion. And another type of hallucination is tactile hallucination or cutaneous hallucination. We had earlier discussed tactile illusion or cutaneous illusion, something related to our skin or body. And similarly here, we are having some feeling on our body, or something on our body, even without anything, even when there is nothing. Here you can see active hallucination and passive hallucination. Even when we are not touching anything, by making use of our finger, we feel that we are touching something. We are touching some burning fire. We are touching some rough surface, and this is active. And even when no object is touching our body, we feel that something is touching, something is there in our body. For example, even when there is nothing, we feel that some snake is crawling on our body, or some insect is crawling on our body. So we always feel something there on our body. Even when there is nothing, we feel that some sort of itching is there on our body. Even when there is no wound, we feel that there is some pain on our body. So this is cutaneous or tactile hallucination. Even when there is nothing, we feel something on our skin or on our body. Again, something dangerous. We cannot sleep, we cannot study, we cannot do anything, we cannot have a food, because each and every time we feel that something is there on our body, we are afraid. So something abnormal. Such a person cannot lead a normal life. A person with some illusion or hallucination can never lead a normal life. So it should be treated. So this is another type of hallucination, that is tactile or cutaneous hallucination. We feel something on our body, our skin. So we have made a detailed discussion on sensation and perception, and we have made a glance at different errors in perception. And see, here we should be careful for the development of sensation in our children, and we should help them in having a right perception for each sensation is important, because sometimes the errors in perception occur because of some experience during the childhood days. So during the childhood days, we should give them enough training for proper sensation and proper perception, and we should give some psychological treatment for different types of errors in perception. If your children tell that I have got no taste, so I don't need anything, then don't compel them to eat the thing. Sometimes if you give ice cream to your child and your child will be telling that I don't need it because I have no taste, it's bitter, then sometimes you may be forcing him or her by telling that it's ice cream, everyone knows that is something sweet, and you feel that it's not tasty. It's tasty, but your words will not create a feeling that it's tasty in the minds of your children, but because it has been there in his or her unconscious mind. So you have to consult a counselor, you have to consult a psychologist, then you have to seek the help of the psychologist, and the psychologist can remove the misconcept, remove the wrong perception from the unconscious mind of your children. So it's something important, and it's for everything. It's for every sort of illusion and hallucination. If your child tell that there is a person hiding there, then you will tell that there is no person, and you will bring the child to the space, and you will show him or her that there is no one, but still he or she feels that someone is hiding there because it's there in their unconscious minds. So try to give some psychological treatment. It's related to the smell, related to the touch, related to the sense organ for hearing. So these are some dangerous problems. So never judge the behavior of any person with prejudice. Maybe because of some illusion, maybe because of some hallucination. And if when you are becoming some teacher, sometimes some children who are studying in your class may be having some illusion or hallucination. So never judge them with some prejudice. You have to go deeper to the problems faced by the children. They are slow learners, sometimes maybe because of some illusion and hallucination. They are showing some abnormal tendency in your classroom, maybe because of some illusion or hallucination. So they are showing some lack of obedience towards you, maybe because of some illusion or hallucination. They are attacking others, they are showing some violent nature in your classroom towards other students, maybe because of some illusion or hallucination. So you should find out the reason behind the illusion and hallucination in the case of your children and your students. So that's important. So these are some psychological problems. It may be happening to any person, may be happening to you in future, because it's on the basis of the experience. It's on the basis of the experience all the people keep some types of illusion and hallucination. So by this I conclude my class today. I extend my wholehearted gratitude towards all of you for your cooperation and patience. Thank you very much.